Hey everyone, my name is Tim Terry from JumpStart Ministries. The road I've traveled in life has been a long, hard journey. It's taken me to prison for 15 years and 2 months, but in that prison environment, I come to know the power and the freedom that Jesus Christ Himself comes to give. In that, we established JumpStart Ministries, just using the Master's plan, staying true after release time. We believe that's God's plan for the prisoners to help understand how to develop their character, walk into their calling, and come back to their communities to be all they can be. This is the plan we believe that Jesus has to set the captives free.
Hi, my name is Donnie and I'm blessed to share the opportunity of how JumpStart has really helped me. You know, I spent 13 years of my life in prison, and I was a part of JumpStart before JumpStart really began. Tim Terry, the director, was a friend of mine who was in prison, served time with me, and he had a burden and a vision to see a ministry take place that would help the guys that were getting out and coming back and getting out and coming back. So that's how JumpStart began. Tim got out about 7 years before I did, and he kept up with me and, you know, where I was at, came to visit me. And as JumpStart began, he got in touch with me and wanted me to take part in the program. So the day I was released, I walked out and Chuck Fields was in the parking lot, a member of JumpStart. And Tim, being busy, was unable to be there, but Chuck called him on the telephone, and standing in the parking lot of the penitentiary after being locked up 13 years, Tim had got on the phone and asked me, said, "Did you hear?" I said, "Hear what?" He said, "Your $40,000 debt had been locked away." And that was the first step that God had used through JumpStart to give me a fair shot at making it into society. From that point on, I went to work with JumpStart, a project home that they were remodeling to put money back into the ministry and paying me to do the work. Place to live, provisions, everything I needed. And God just seemed to bless through JumpStart, helping me out and giving me the things that I need. I was able within 6 months to have my driver's license back, owned a vehicle. After about a year, I began to get frustrated. I began to think about how I should be on my own and not under the guise of JumpStart, the rules, the curfew, having to be home at a certain time and having to sign out before I leave. All the things that I thought were just stressful situations that a 47-year-old man didn't need in his life. Honestly, I just got frustrated and left JumpStart. I left, went to live with family. I ended up getting a good job, making $20 an hour. I ended up buying a new vehicle and thought I had it made. Going to church, doing good, or so I thought. But the truth is that as I got out from under the help that JumpStart was providing me and staying on my own and trying to do things my way, I did exactly what the guys at JumpStart had tried to tell me would happen. I resorted back to my old ways. I went back to what I knew. In less than 6 months from the time I left JumpStart, I had drank. I had started doing drugs again. I lost my job. My family turned against me. And it ended up I didn't even have a home to live in, didn't have a car to drive, and didn't have nowhere to go. And all I could do was call Tim Terry, and I asked him. I said, "Tim, I got nowhere to go. I need your help." Tim told me to pack what clothes I had and go to one of the JumpStart homes that was in Spartanburg. And I did so. And from that point on, JumpStart has helped me to get another job and helped me to get back on my feet and get my relationship back with God. And my point in sharing that with you is to explain that this is what JumpStart does. You know, when you spend most of your life in prison, and prior to that, most of your life doing drugs and alcohol, you don't know how to make it in society. You need people around you. You need accountability. And that's what JumpStart has done. Even though I turned my back on the program and my friends and what they had done for me and all and how God had blessed me through this, I left it and lost it all. But JumpStart, as soon as I came to my end, as soon as I was ready to say, I need your help, they were right there for me. And God has truly blessed me. So I'm thankful for JumpStart and what it does. The battle's not over. The struggle still lies ahead of trying to make it, trying to do what's right. But I've learned through my failure that I do need the accountability of my brothers that JumpStart has surrounded me. I do need the guidelines and the budget training for your money. This is what JumpStart's all about. It's not leaving you hanging. It's not trying to make a name for itself or get its name out there as another program that's successful. JumpStart's really here to help change lives, to help bridge the gap between inmate and community, to help them make it in life and be upstanding, right citizens that they should be. Thank you.
One thing I've learned about following the Master's plan is you get results. You know, if we know that God's got a plan and purpose for our lives, it plays out that when we're obedient to Him, we see the results come back in obedience. An example, we've had 613 men and women released from the Department of Corrections in the last 8 years. We've had 20 go back to prison. Now, a little over 13,300 and some change were released last year. To this date, we've helped 54 men and women this last year. 24 we've helped with housing, with jobs, and plugged them into local churches or mentors. And we believe that when those stay the course, and you're helping them with your money, you're helping them by mentoring, or you're helping them by using your magic. When we help these men and women be all that God's called them to be, the results are bringing glory to Him and bringing back to community law-abiding, tax-paying citizens. Thank you for your support.